Okay, this is tarot for Weird Willie Wachowski. Okay, so if you start off with this guy here, if this guy is the fool of the tarot, he's just gone through a thicket full of lots of brambles and things, and he's cut himself up pretty good. Okay, the next place we're gonna go is up here. It's Dragonfly Mermaid, and she's telling this fellow over here that he's attracted wonderful news. Okay, the next card over here is the Two of Clubs. The wonderful news is that he's attracted the interest of the Wizard, and the Wizard is, well, he's kind of let's put it this way. There's two wizards that come up with the same information about this card, and they're both from Hogwarts. One is a good wizard, and one is kind of a slimeball wizard. So, it's just like the old story about having an angel on one shoulder and then a devil on the other. So that's what this guy's attracted. He's got two wizards that are interested in what's going on with him. And if you see over here, it's the same kind of a thing. If this guy in the background here, it's like he's got two faces, okay? He's got a white face and a red face. And, he's got a bunch of people that have got like a fence up here. They don't really want this particular person to come into their life. But he's back there, and, that's what they're saying is like, we don't want you. We are holding our sticks up here like a fence. Okay, the next thing that we're going to do here is the Ace of Bats. So right now, it's a curiosity. What exactly is the Ace of Bats? But if you look symbolically, the Ace of Bats refers to the Ace of Spades, which is known as the death card. Not so much, well, in Vietnam, if you gave the death card, it meant you were going to kill somebody. But usually, if you're using it in civilian life, it means death and rebirth. So it's like rising as the phoenix does from the old you, or the skin shedding his old snake skin and having a fresh set of skin. So this Ace of Bats is something to do with renewal, whether it's personal renewal or whether it is the renewal of the earth. That is something that I talk a lot about on my YouTube channel, Infinite Bob 99. Okay, the last card that we're going to look at here is the Ten of Pumpkins, which corresponds to the Ten of Diamonds. Ten of Diamonds has a lot to do with material success, very successful in materialism. The Ten of Pumpkins, if you see here, this is a lot about, like this kid here has got a blindfold on, and he's got what looks to be like, maybe it's like a sword or something pointing, and then he's got this other person here who's wearing a helmet, and I don't know, it's like an interesting scenario here, but this kid is walking blindfolded, and, that's sort of this idea of about over here, that, this is a newborn child, and this child is walking around blindfolded, and this is like a house of mirrors. It's a bunch, it's Halloween, but, it is a crazy world. A new child born onto planet Earth has no idea how crazy things are here. And, that there's people that are wearing hats and pretending to be things that they're not. So if we go back over here to, this fellow here, this would be like this kid, but he's gone through life, and he's got to be, about 21 years old, and he's been beaten up, and, planet Earth is not easy. Anyway, so in the end, he's got to rely on the two wizards and make sure that the hopefully that the better wizard is the one that's going to look after him and not going to kick him in the teeth. And the Dragonfly Mermaid has said, you've attracted wonderful news. So hopefully the wonderful news is that, the Draco Malfoy has let go of being a Death Eater and decided that, he's going to live a quiet country life and not bother anybody. So there you have it. That is the Insta Tarot for today. And just so you know, I've got Madame Blavatsky as my t-shirt here, the great H.P. Blavatsky. She was known very much for her work in the occult. And my hat is, it's the Minnesota Vikings, but particularly the Viking aspect of it. And when I'm looking at the Viking aspect, I'm really thinking of Asgard, Odin, Thor, and Freya. So those are sort of long time. I don't think I'm really friends with the King of Asgard. I did invite him to come for a visit, and he didn't like me. So just so you know, I'm wearing the hat. It's kind of a memorial that, the King of Asgard doesn't like me. And it wasn't like I did anything really to offend him. He just didn't like me personally. So I'm not really, in bed with a bunch of Vikings. I am more in bed with me. Okay, so there you have it. That's me, and that's who I sleep with right over there. That's basically, all the stuff that I have carrying around here in my room. I like to read. I've got all endless books and things, so that's sort of the way I am. And, this is a picture that was painted of the old mill somewhere in Scotland. And it is a curiosity for me because it has something to do with family history. And I just don't know. The people that this was painted for are all passed on. So, I look at this and I wonder. I look deeply into this picture and I wonder and I wonder and I wonder and I wonder and I wonder. So that's my talk for today. Thank you for tuning in, and I'm sure I'll have another one for you soon.